go. Do not skip this. It's not a coincidence that your eyes are on this screen and that your mind is connecting with these words right now. The result of an algorithm did not happen by chance. The synchronicity is deep and perfect. Your awareness has been led here by an ancient flow of wisdom that the Egyptians called Thoth, the scribe of reality. To this day, quantum physics calls this force the unified field, and it brought you here for a very clear reason that you will feel in your bones right now. In your life, there is an invisible system at work. You've felt it, right? A sense of being stuck, a mental matrix that keeps playing the same episodes of anger, sadness, and disappointment over and over again. The observer loop is what quantum physicists refer to this, a loop in which your attention or awareness gets stuck in a groove, like a needle on a broken record. And every day, your consciousness creates the same reality by seeing it over and over again. You keep pulling the same probability waves from the field of potential that never ends, which makes the same life. Just the fact that you didn't want to skip this and are still listening is proof. It shows that your soul is awake, and you're very close to breaking out of this loop and getting out of prison. Follow me. It's not just self-help. This is a code that will make your consciousness work. There seems to be something wrong with your life, a strange hole that can't be filled by a job, a relationship, or scrolling. This is not a bad thing about you. It's not a flaw. It's your calling. That voice is your higher self, your true spirit. There's an extra way. There's more than this. It's letting you out of a jail you didn't even know you were in. This test will be hard for most people. They will click away because their observer loop will pull them back to what they know. Not you, though. You knew the call. You're still here. By the end of this transmission, you will not only know why you were led here, but you will also have the key that turns off this programming. You'll learn how to change the story of your life with a pen. If you want to get out of this loop, this matrix, leave a comment below that says, "I am the key." Let us know in the comments below if you are ready to get out of this loop. I am the key. Writing these words should be your first affirmation of power. It should show the universe and yourself that you are no longer stuck in the old program. Take a moment to subscribe to this transmission before we go any further. This is more than just listening to a channel. It's a way to tune your consciousness to this frequency. It lets the universe know that you are ready to receive the codes that will break out of your old loop on a regular basis. When the disciple is ready to listen, the lips will fill it with knowledge. Think of your life as a stream. It has been going in the same direction for a long time, even though it doesn't make you happy. But right now, there's a bend that wasn't expected. It's a split in the river of your life. It feels like the current is getting stronger and stronger. This strong feeling is the urgency you've been having in your heart. You are being shown the potential energy of a new path, a new quantum possibility. When most people feel this force, they freak out. They are scared and cling to the familiar banks of the river, afraid that the unknown current will carry them away. They mix up the strong energy of change with the chaos of destruction. But this force, this divine urgency, did not come to kill you. It came to shape you. The thing that came to you was a quantum field full of possibilities that you didn't even know existed. The universe works in real time. This sense of urgency is a signal in real time. It's not a worry about the future or a memory of the past. It's an event that's happening right now, in this very moment. Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, called this synchronicity, which means a meaningful link that makes no sense. It shows that your inner world and the universe are having a deep and beautiful conversation. You felt, thought, prayed, or just really wanted something to change, answer, or show up. Here comes the universe's answer. It's not a loud voice from the sky. It's this strong, painful feeling in your chest that you can't ignore. Please do not try to fight this feeling. Take a slow, deep breath in and enjoy it. Let this holy sense of urgency fill you up. It is the fuel that will change you. This is the energy that will help you go past the walls of the observer loop and your own self-imposed limits. You are changing your neural circuits every second you let yourself feel this intensity without running away from it. No matter what level you go to, you teach your mind and body that change is not a threat, but an opportunity. You are getting used to the frequency of the next level of your life. You are beginning to match the vibration of your new life before you even get there. A lot of people give up at this point. There is too much intensity. There's a loud voice of doubt again. They click away, going back to the boring feed that never ends. They pick the blue pill. You're still here, though. You're taking deep breaths through the intensity. You are taking the red pill not because you know what it will lead you to, but because deep down you know you can't live in the illusion any longer. If this call to wake up hits home for you, say this in the comments: I choose the unknown. This statement should be your conscious choice of the red pill. It should be a vibrational anchor that says you are no longer scared of how intense change is. You're taking a deep breath and getting ready for the next step. Getting past your first and hardest obstacle, fear of the unknown, is already done. Now, though, a different voice starts to speak, one that is quieter and smarter. This message is meant to be shared with someone your soul brings to mind, if you already feel it to be true. Quantum entanglement is being made here, not just a video being sent. You are sending out a frequency signal that connects you to another soul who is ready to awaken. This bridge of light makes the energy stronger for both of you. A part of your mind is telling you to leave right now. A part of your mind is telling you to leave right now. It says in a low voice, "This is weird. It's not worth the time. You need to do something else." This is the old you talking. It keeps your comfort zone safe and locks up your observer loop. Your only job is to stay the same and keep you safe. Your past defense was what kept you safe, but now it's what holds you back. This voice tries to pull you back to what you know every time you give in to a small urge, a deep curiosity, or a heartfelt call. But how much does it really cost to keep going back? It's not moving. It's the same cycles happening over and over again. Sometimes you feel like your life is missing something bigger and more important. More than you know, this pattern of avoiding things and always going to the safe zone drains your vital energy, your life force. You're not doomed to feel the heavy weight of your life. It's the price you pay for ignoring your soul's calls to grow over time. You can break this pattern today. Take a moment to like this video if you know this draining pattern. That like isn't just a click. It's a quantum signal that you agreed with something. You are consciously aligning your energy with this new awareness, and just noticing it starts to break the old pattern's hold on you. This voice doesn't sound like a bad guy. This voice doesn't sound like a bad guy. It sounds like you. It seems like common sense. It seems like being realistic. It takes advantage of your memories, your past mistakes, and your deepest fears to hurt you. Remember the last time you tried something new and it failed? It says quietly. It tells you, this is too hard for you. It's safer to stay right where you are, where everything is predictable. This is how the ego stays alive. You connect with your history, your wounds and your past through this part of you. It fears being wiped out. The ego doesn't see the unknown as an adventure. It's death. And no matter what, it will keep you on the safe bank of the river, even if that bank is a prison. When you listen to that voice, think about the cost you don't see. A small part of your spirit goes out every time you move away. That dream you put off, that tough talk you tried to avoid. You never took that leap of faith. Every yes in your heart that you didn't say but turned into a no is another wall that keeps you from your true life. This cost shows up on your bank statement, but you feel it. It shows up in how tired you are when you wake up. It's like you keep having the feeling that you are living someone else's life, like the script wasn't written by you. This pattern of hurting yourself is the worst prison because you are the prisoner and the bars can't be seen. You get used to the cell phone so much that you start to call it home. It gets easier to deal with the known nature of your pain than the unknown nature of your happiness. This is great for the system out there. It's easy to tell when someone is stuck in their own comfort zone or observer loop. They can be controlled. They are great consumers who are always looking for the next external distraction to fill the void inside them. This keeps the matrix spinning. But something from the outside was never meant to fill that hole. It is a holy place that is waiting for your true self to move in. Having trouble right now is a good sign. It shows that real change is taking place. It's how a seed feels right before it bursts open. For new life to come out, the old shell has to break. Fear is screaming because it thinks it's going to lose control. This thing knows that if you keep going this way, you won't need it as much. Right now, you are going through the sacred process of changing from a survival mechanism to a creative, aware being. This process is a death metaphor. It means the end of the limited self you thought you were, and the beginning of the beautiful, higher self you have always been. Don't fight this voice. Do not try to shut it down. Just look at it. It has kept you safe for a long time. Then tell it in a loving but firm way that you are going in a different direction. You are weakening the chains of your past every second you stay here, aware of this inner battle, but not letting it control you. There is a lesson being taught in your cells that you are not a slave to fear. You are making your mind your own kingdom. This change from prisoner to ruler can happen for you. Say it out loud in the comments. I am sovereign over my mind. Writing down these words should act as a new command to your mind. You're telling everyone that the old guardian of fear is no longer in charge. You see everything, decide what to do, and are free. And when you do that, you start to see clearly the patterns that have been holding you back. Let me ask you to step back and watch your life like a movie. See how the patterns keep coming back? The same kinds of things, the exact same problems, the same worries about money, the same way relationships work, but with different people. It's not bad luck. It's a code. It's a message from the quantum field itself that tells you exactly where your attention and energy are stuck. We were told in the past that the universe sends us the same tests over and over again until we learn. You've been getting a message from your life, a key to get to the next level. But it's hidden in these patterns that keep happening, the ones you try to ignore most of the time. As you stay here and watch your life without judging it, you start to figure out this code for the first time. Take a look. That feeling of not being good enough that stops you from taking advantage of your best chances. That money problem that comes up again and again, but this time it's different. These are not separate events. Their name is temporal echoes. They show you how your observer loop works. They are reminders of a deep belief or a past wound that you have been observing over and over again in real life. Life is very smart, so it keeps putting you in the same situation, not to punish you, but to give you a new chance to act differently, to look at things differently. Feels like a video game. You can't move on to the next level until you beat the boss. And in this game, the boss is always a pattern of your own mind, a version of yourself. Space and time don't talk to each other, for it talks in the language of real life. Every time it does something over and over, it's telling you a sentence. If the people you date always don't see how valuable you are, maybe life is trying to tell you to finally understand that. If you always feel like you don't have enough, the lesson might be to learn to recognize your own inner abundance or quantum potential, no matter how much money you have. Even though the message is always there, it is hidden in the pattern itself. That's the reason why most people miss it. They are too focused on how to fix the problem to see that it has a solution inside it. There is a universal law that controls this repetition. It is called the Hermetic principle of rhythm. There are ups and downs in everything. You are swept along by this tide when you are not awake, though. You go through an endless cycle of feeling happy and sad. It's what you call life's ups and downs. You learn to fight this rhythm when you wake up, though. You learn how to ride the wave instead of getting swept away by it. Also, seeing the pattern is the first step. It sees the cycle and thinks, "Oh, I know this story. I've been here before." I'm going to write a different ending this time, though. You are doing something very different by staying here. You're taking a short break from the hamster wheel to look at it from the outside. It's time for you to take charge of your own drama instead of just acting in it. With this new view, you can see the script. You can see where the scenes happen again and again. You can only change the plot from this higher point of view. Press the like button if you sense a change in your role from actor to director. This action you're taking is an energetic affirmation. You are consciously matching the frequency of the creator, not the victim, with your vibration. You are letting the quantum field know that you have the pen now. You understand that you don't need to stick to the script that was given to you. You are welcome to start writing over your own story from now on. Finally, if you're ready, say in the comments below, "I am the director of my story." Let this be a strong message to the quantum field that the old story is over. Forget about being an actor who says the same lines over and over. From now on, the plot will be different because you are the conscious creator. Don't be hard on yourself for doing the same things over and over again. It taught me something every time I did it again. You were getting ready for this moment of clarity even if you weren't aware you were in school. Every tear and every anger was building up to this one. You needed all of that information to finally figure out the code. The hidden message of your life is about to be shown. There's no magic to it. You've had this simple truth in front of you the whole time. You only need one thing to get to it. A master key that changes the game's rules. We are now ready to use the most powerful tool in the universe. The tool is what gets you out of the observer loop. Take a step back and listen to your thoughts without speaking. Just notice this now. Pay attention to the urge to check your phone. Take note of the doubt. Take note of the interest. Keep in mind, though, that you are watching everything. You're not the thought. You're not the feeling. You are awareness, and you can see and feel the thought and emotion. Being in this state is called witness consciousness. You are no longer a piece in your mind's game when you are in this space of pure, still awareness. You can now see the whole board as a player. There's been a place for you where you can find true freedom and power. For every second that you do this, old habits and fears lose some of their power over you. You are taking your energy out of the old loop. You are joining forces with an old, timeless force and a way of looking at things that goes beyond the current drama. The biggest change that can ever happen in a person's life is this simple shift. Picture a big, beautiful sky in your mind. What you think and feel are the clouds. There are clear, cloudy, and stormy days. You're not the sky. You've never been in the clouds. You're the sky. The clouds go away and come back. They are only temporary. The sky, on the other hand, stays the same. Always there, unchangeable and calm. Witness consciousness is realizing deep down that you are the sky. When you think about fear, feel anger, or feel anxious, you don't have to become those things. They go through you, but they're not you. Once you think you are your thoughts, you start to act like them. When your mind says, "I'm sad," you become sad. When you say, "I'm afraid," you become fear. This is how the observer loop makes you sleepy. You can break the spell, though, when you become the witness. There is a feeling of sadness here, your mind may say. But you can stay at peace and hold that feeling with love. It's easier to do this than it looks. Just pay attention to the next thought that comes to mind right now. Do not judge it. Don't think about it. Just pay attention to it. A thought about what I need to do tomorrow. After that, let it go. Take note of the space between that thought and the one that comes after it. There is silence in that small space. That's where your true self is. That space holds all of your power. Like this video right now, if you can feel that space of silence inside you, even for a split second, there is a physical link to that higher consciousness through this action. Through your energy, you're letting your cells know that this feeling of the witness is where your true power lies. You stop being reactive and start being responsive when you work on this awareness. Reactive people are controlled by things outside of themselves. They blow up when someone says something. They are like a boat without a rudder that is being tossed around by the waves. When a person is operating from witness consciousness, they have time between the trigger and their response. They pick where to be in that holy place. People can see their anger rising and decide not to do anything about it. They take control of their own world inside their heads. In quantum physics, reaching this witness state, also known as meta-observation, is called achieving quantum coherence. It's when your mind and heart, or observer function, stop being fixed and addicted to the old patterns and start moving in sync with each other. It is in this state of coherence that you are directly linked to God, the source, or the quantum field. It's the part of you that will always be there. You see the world through the eyes of your spirit instead of your ego when you align with it. You can finally see a wisdom that you couldn't see before when you're in this high state of consciousness, when you're observing things in silence and with clarity. You learn how to read the map, a map that an ancient wise person left behind, a roadmap to the real world. When you can observe things in a clear way, you can hear the ancient wisdom that Thoth, the divine scribe, wrote down. He was in charge of protecting the secret rules that govern the real world. Now here's the secret. Quantum physics is perfectly explained by those old rules. Thoth left a map. He was also known as Hermes. This map is based on a simple idea, as above, so below. This is the key. It means that your mind, emotions, and life are controlled by the same rules that govern the stars and galaxies. The above is the quantum field, which is the ocean of all possibilities that can't be seen. What you see below is your physical reality, the one probability wave that you have collapsed into your experience. Also written on the map is, as within, so without. This is how your new life works. It means that the outside world is an exact reflection of how you feel inside. If your outside life is a mess, it's because your inner world, your observation, has been a mess and full of fear. You have to grow the feeling and frequency of love, peace, and abundance within yourself before you can bring more of those things into your life. You need to get to that quantum coherence. Don't try to change what you see in the mirror. It's not possible. You need to change, and so does the reflection. It's the way the world works. If this deep law, as within, so without, is hitting home for you, please like this video. It only takes one click to show that everything fits together. For example, when you click, you are aligning a physical action with an inner realization. This alignment itself sets off the quantum energy of creation. Say it out loud in the comments below if you believe this simple but profound law. My inner world creates my outer world. Stand firm on this strong principle with this statement. You promise to stop trying to change the reflection and start the holy, powerful work of taking control of your inner state. The all is mind. The universe is mental, according to the first Hermetic law, mentalism. What does this mean in our language? It means that consciousness is what makes reality possible. This is known as the observer effect. Your mind, or consciousness, sees more than just reality. It plays a part in making it. Things don't happen to you in the world. It takes place because of you. They say, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. The way you think and feel is a vibration. They are what you call a quantum signature. You are a tower that sends a signal to the whole universe all the time. The law of attraction, which is just another name for quantum resonance, says that you must attract things that are in tune with your main frequency. These keys, which Thoth left behind, are the instructions for living a human life. Their job is to teach you how to take control of your own energy instead of letting your old observer loop control you. And knowing this shows you the real reason you were led here. What made you chosen? It's not because you're better than everyone else that you were picked. Your energetic frequency has reached a ready state, which is why you were picked. Imagine that you are a radio antenna. You've been sending and receiving a certain frequency or signal your whole life. It's based on your old habits. All the people and situations you've met have been drawn to this signal. Right now, your frequency has changed. It's now just high enough to hear this message. As a god of cosmic wisdom, Thoth doesn't pick people to be with him. That intelligence only keeps track of when a consciousness is ready to move on to a higher level of information. The sign was that you didn't want to skip this video right away. The fact that you're still here is proof. You were picked because you have tuned into the frequency of change on your own, through all of your pain, hard times, and quiet searching. Now you can move on to the next step. This readiness is not a choice made in your head. It is a maturation of energy. All of your pain and struggles were really a process of inner alchemy. Their job was to break down your old, rigid structures, dissolve your limiting beliefs, and raise your vibration slowly and painfully. You might have thought you were going to break. In fact, though, you were breaking open. Each tear you shed washed away more dust from your soul. You had to find a strength you didn't know you had every time you felt hopeless. You weren't picked by an outside god. By not giving up on yourself, you chose yourself. You would not have been able to get this message a year ago. It might not even be a month ago. You would have scrolled right past it, thinking it was silly. You are already here, feeling these words and getting that tingle of recognition. That's all the proof you need. It tells you energetically that you're not the same person you used to be. Your consciousness has grown. The first script, called What You've Done, Quantum Sensitivity. You have reached the threshold, or the number of people who need to change in order for the change to happen. You are no longer a passenger. You are now ready to lead. There is no conflict between free will and universal intelligence. People can only see the doors when they are ready to. This door has always been there. But the key that just made it clear is your readiness, or new frequency. There was no gift for you. You made it possible. You were not saved. Ready for your own freedom, you got ready. This is a moment of deep self-awareness. Stop thinking of yourself as small, broken, or a victim of the past. Now is the time to see yourself as the strong, aware creator that you really are. You are on the edge of a cliff, but it's not dangerous. It's full of unimaginable possibilities. Right now, you're on the edge of a new life. Quantum physics says that there are an infinite number of possible worlds, no end to the possible timelines that exist at the same time in a pure potential state, or superposition. You will be happy, healthy, and wealthy at some point in the future. You reach a point in time where you are happy and creative. You can get stuck in the same loop and keep doing the same things at certain points in time. All of them are possible right now in the quantum field as waves of probability. Being aware of something or focusing your mind is what collapses one of these possibilities into your real, lived experience. At this point, things will change for you. You are the catalyst because you have chosen to go in a different direction. One event is all it takes to turn potential into reality. If you want to be bigger, happier, and more aligned, you don't have to start from scratch. It's already there. You have the power to choose it right now. You may feel scared because you're getting dizzy before you jump. Up until now, you have been collapsing your reality without realizing it because of how you were programmed in the past. That was the observer in charge. Your fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs. So you kept making the same reality happen, which made the observer loop stronger. You are now awake, though. You are being watched. You know that. That changes everything. You have the power to pick a different lens. You can choose to focus your powerful consciousness on the possibility you want instead of the one you already have. Your quantum leap is this moment of choice. It's not a slow, steady process. The decision is made right away. There is a change from who I have been to who I choose to be now. When you do this, you take your energy out of the timeline of victimhood and fear and put it all into the timeline of creatorship and love. How do you do that? By bringing about quantum coherence. You have a clear thought, your intention, and a strong emotion, how your new reality makes you feel. Your mind thinks, but your heart wants to be with someone. At that point, your brain and heart send the quantum field the same coherent signal. This makes you a strong electromagnetic magnet. You are no longer hoping, asking, or manifesting. The quantum signature of your new reality is coming from you. By law, the universe has to give you experiences that match your new signature. You have every right to be scared. It's your body's resistance that is hooked on the chemicals that made you feel like you used to, like stress or anxiety. There will be a lot of doubts in your mind. So this is the dizziness. Now is the last test of the loop. The question is whether your mind is more focused on the new you or the old you. You jump if the answer is yes. And the jump isn't just a matter of faith. It is a conscious act of making something. There's no space between you and the moon. You are stepping into the arms of a version of yourself that already exists, is ready for you, and is positive about your progress. You are just choosing to go home. To the real you. You have the power. Now is the time. Yes, you are making this choice right now. Say it out loud in the comments. I am leaping into my new timeline. This should be the energetic seal on your choice. Your heart and mind are becoming more in sync. Your new quantum signature is being sent out into the world, and your highest self is already there waiting for you. The jump is now. A quantum leap is a choice made with energy, but it has to be sealed with something that happens in the real world. This is not something that was forced or done out of stress. We call this inspired action. It is the next step that makes sense and comes to you naturally now that you are more aware. It could be a small thing, looking into that subject that suddenly interests you, calling someone you've been putting off, putting together the first page, or just be still for 5 minutes and feel what your new self is really like. Big, empty gestures don't get a response from the universe. When you have a clear intention backed up by a single, aligned step, it responds. Pay attention to the synchronicities from now on. The idea of meaningful coincidences. It's not an accident. These things are reality turbulence. They are messages from the quantum field letting you know that your new frequency has been received. They show that your old observer loop is becoming less stable, and your new timeline is becoming more stable. You can find the answer in a song on the radio, an unexpected meeting, a set of numbers that keep coming up. These are signs from the universe that you are on the right track. Be thankful for all of them. Your faith will grow stronger, and you will keep going because of them. Finally, you need to make this new energy a part of your body. Take a deep breath. Every cell in your body should feel the vibration of the new life you've chosen. Remember how strong, peaceful, and unified you felt. After that, say it out loud or in your heart. I choose my new timeline. It's done. This isn't a prayer. That's what it says. It tells you that creation is finished at the energetic level, which seals your choice. Consistency is needed for the journey. That old stuff will try to pull you back. Do not fight doubt or fear when they come up. You only need to be aware of them with your witness consciousness and confirm your choice again. That's the old loop. That's no longer me. This is what I am now. When you do this over and over, the new connections in your brain get stronger while the old ones fall apart. You're no longer hoping that things will change. You have changed things. Your trip is just getting started. To keep getting these activations and make your new reality stronger, click the notification bell and subscribe to this frequency. This is your clear intention to stay tuned in. It's you telling the universe, I'm not available for my old, boring timeline anymore. I can now only hear the frequency of my highest self. Finally, make sure that this transmission is shared. Be a lighthouse for other people. You turn on the collective field when you share. By sending this light out into the world, you are making a morphic resonance that will move through the quantum field and find souls who are also ready to awaken. You become a force that not only helps you evolve, but also helps the planet evolve. Now that you've read this far, you are no longer a number. Now that you've read this far, you are no longer a number. You were one of the few people who were really ready to listen. You chose to answer the call. To end this journey, to confirm that you got this message, and to let me know that you did, leave a comment that says, Thoth guided me this far. Being here until the very end of this transmission is already a huge contribution of energy. This video might speak to someone else who needs to hear it. Sharing it would be a beautiful, compassionate act. Your activation is still going on. It's just starting. As the next step that makes sense, I have made a special video for you. It will build on what we've talked about so far and give you even more powerful, useful tools to help you get through your new life. Right now, click on the video that's showing up on your screen. I'll see you there.